Alright, what's up everybody? How you guys doing? We've got round 1 of the Any God tournament, meaning standard rules. Everything's allowed. As you can see, the face cam's back, so the computer's back. Thanks to a 24-hour stream we did, all the donations that came in from my amazing viewers, and all you guys were able to raise enough to get a new computer. The specs on that, maybe I can just give you in the YouTube comments section below this video if anybody's curious about that, because I know everybody always is curious about that stuff. So yeah, this tournament is more to see what the kind of changes to Duel will bring for this split, because we've had a lot of mid-season changes now that came through. So every god's allowed, but 4 bans each, whereas usually there are 3 bans, now there are 4, and that'll be the big difference maker you'll see here. Already you can see Hou Yi and Erlang Shen picked, not like AMC, Kronos, Baka, Kali, because they've all been banned out. There's a lot of bans, but still a lot of top gods. But anyway, there's gonna be a lot of talking because so many changes this split, and well, going into this new split, going into this new rank cycle and everything. And I'll talk about it all throughout this tournament. But we got Maserati's here.
Hey, how's it going?
And sorry for keeping you waiting there so long, Maz.
It's so good. I'm used to the long intros by now. Yeah, interesting matchup. We got the Erlang Shen versus the Hou Yi. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's you got Hou Yi, one of the premier ADCs, really. I think he has one of the easier times transitioning with the Fatalis, which is not Fatalis ban, but with the removal of Fatalis for hunters. Because he's kind of like a stand your ground, just like box it out completely god, like just give it, just all in type of ADC. And a lot of bursts as well with the triple shot and the ultimate as well, or just the double bounce, whatever you can afford to land there. So I think, yeah, he's one that kind of transitions pretty well. Would you agree, Maseratis?
I do agree. Hou Yi is the type of character who has a lot of ability damage just based into his kit already, as well as he also has great auto attack potential with his Mark of the Golden Crow, I think it's called. So he's definitely an auto attacker, but he also just has a lot of ability damage, which means that he doesn't suffer as much as some of the other ADCs from the lack of Fatalis. But yeah, going into the matchup, Bummo has gone into an Aegis, and he has used it early already, but not to much avail. He's still losing this red buff. Oh, and he expends the ult as well.
Oh shit. Sync with me.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you really spoiled that, man. I can't even believe it. That ult.
The ult wasn't good.
I didn't even see it coming. I'm gonna be like, oh shit. But this might be, nope, he's out anyway. But did he actually get that buff? No, he didn't. That's really unfortunate to expend the ult. Not for the wave here, which would have helped him a little bit more, get him some more gold, and not force him out this early. Yeah. That's a shame, but yeah, Bomber's feeling that Erlang Shen early game. Erlang is such, I'm gonna pronounce his name a variety of ways, by the way, throughout this, you guys. I can never get it right, consistently at least. But yeah, he's a very big bully. Out of all the warriors, I actually think he's the best. I think it's between him and Bellona, unless I'm forgetting somebody. Am I missing anybody, Maz? It's like obvious. Osiris is going to be another really big threat too, especially after the changes to this. Oh no, didn't they just nerf him, Maz?
They did just nerf him.
Never mind, I was thinking he got buffed for a second.
He still is pretty strong.
Yeah, no, he's old news. He's old news. Both of these gods better. I think Erlang Shen. Oh, Robin is who I'm thinking of. Robin, Maz, come on. You gotta give Robin the, yeah. So Robin, Erlang Shen, Bellona, really the premier warriors, and Osiris for those that are so inclined. And you got Erlang Shen really just all of them really able to bully the early game so well. Erlang Shen, some of the best at that though, because it's so hard to just control him. You can't do much now. Oh, nice. Oh, he actually got that one right. So yeah. All right, and Tech is having a little laugh at himself. All right. Yeah, so yeah, it's a good look for these warriors in the early game against most ADCs, to be honest. Against almost all of them, because they can just bully them out on the lane so well and keep them out. And if they're able to do that, they're able to force engagements that the ADCs cannot take until they get a decent amount of pen online. And that takes a while for them to get enough pen to straight up fight the warrior 1v1 in a boxing match.
It definitely is a farm game. Bummer's got ahead of him. He's looking to just get some items online, get some damage, in order to do damage to this Erlang Shen because he is tanky at the moment. Even when he's going to get even more tankier when he goes into Anemium, which I expect to see maybe a third item. He decides to go into an Ickful as his second item, foregoing tier 3 boots. It make his autos do a lot of damage, but he'll lack the movement speed, which the Hou has over him at the moment. But look at that damage, insane amount of damage.
It is crazy. You can see that Ickful just paying off. A lot of warriors will opt to go straight into defense, but sometimes you feel a more confident approach there, or just feeling that like you can mitigate enough of the burst naturally, or with Bracer in this case. Tech saying, you know, I can go into this Ickful and let it rock.
But at the moment, Bomber's doing exactly what he should be doing, just farming, keeping up in experience and gold. He did lose a blue buff, but he did manage to steal back some experience by stealing away the blue buff. But yeah, Tech looks like he's just going to grab this red buff real quick. That's his now, and Bomber's just going to have to walk away.
Yeah, I think Bomber's actually doing an excellent job. I mean, I know myself in particular, I function incredibly poorly into Erlang Shen, just given how controlling he is in the early game. He takes all your buffs, he takes the lane, or he takes, you know, the creep waves without, you know, taking any damage for it for the most part, especially with the shields he can get from the turtle, or just his clear in general is just so overwhelming. And it's hard to keep up with that. Death's Toll heals him up for an incredible amount with the double proc from the doggy as well. So he's just like, he's a powerhouse in this early, and it's very easy to just, you know, lose your footing against him and let that first blood slip. But Bomber not doing that so far, and keeping a, you know, level head about his shoulders, and that's exactly what he needs to do.
Not
he
able
didn't
to
take
steal
that
it
one.
away there, but
And he jumps over thinking that he did, or I don't know, maybe looking for the engagement afterward. But that was actually a very risky jump. He just expended his ultimate and then jumped into, you know, no man's land basically. Tech, luckily for Bomber, had already left.
Oh yeah, very lucky he wasn't there waiting for him, because that would have been first blood. But look, a lot of damage here. Aegis comes out. Ults. Oh, it's so close.
I don't know why Bomber decided to land there, though. This is a little risky for him here. I don't know how he's going to get out of this. He's going to have to stun him in a really crucial way, but he doesn't even use the 2. I don't know if he had it.
He misses the 1 as well. The 2 wasn't on him, the mark, so it wouldn't have stunned anyway. But
yeah, I wasn't sure if he had the 2 up, though, because I thought a good amount of time had passed, but I guess it, you know, I would think it would be his go-to in that position to use it, so it had probably either been just coming up or not up at all in that position. So damn, that's, I mean, good dive from Tech, solid work, and Bomber, you know, just falling prey to that Erlang Shen early aggression.
And I think this is the problem with Aegis Pendant in general. Like, he did so much damage to him. He Aegised like a couple auto attacks, but it just wasn't enough. He couldn't Aegis enough damage, and Tech was just able to pick up the first blood anyway. I much would have preferred to see a Bracer of doing here. I think that would have been a lot stronger.
Yeah, exactly. I think the Aegis is a real poor pickup here, unfortunately for him. It's hard to build against Erlang Shen because, like, you know, beads, the taunt doesn't last that long. The root, you know, you can generally jump out of. It's, you know, and the knockup from the turtle, it's gonna be hard to just like pre-beads that. So yeah, it's Aegis, you know, usually falls to mind when you're thinking of secondary defensive relic, but you know, you can't forget about Bracer and the strength that it offers. The one problem with it is that it's so easy for someone like Erlang Shen to just pick up the what is the new item? I forget, Toxic Blade. Yeah, pick up something like a Toxic Blade, especially going into auto attack build already, and just negate that Bracer. So long haul, that Bracer's not going to be worth much for him. So I agree, definitely it would have been better at this stage of the game. Oh, this is a big play from Bomber though, but look at that Bracer heal. Speaking of Bracer.
Not a great fight anymore.
No, it is not. Really. And he actually might go down for it. See, that's the power of Erlang Shen. People sleep on this god so hard. He's absolutely broken, especially when you couple him with a Bracer and the fact that he's got an ult heal. So he's just got 2 trump cards that will heal him, you know, from the absolute worst scenarios to very comfortable ones. And yeah, he's such a turnaround god. It's crazy.
Erlang Shen, one of those few guys who didn't get nerfed in the way that his Fatalis effect is still in his kit. A lot of other guys lost their Fatalis effect within their kits, but using that to his advantage, Tech can really stick to this Hou, and if he makes a mistake, misuses his jump, then it's going to be a tough time. Yeah,
absolutely. You see Bomber going into the defense item here, into the Nemean most likely. And this is a common trend for ADCs right now to forego the Devo gloves and instead build into defense here. It's it's good because it'll stop Tech from being able to just continue farming him. He'll be able to have a little bit more defense online, but it's gonna stall out how you know, the progression of Bomber's build. It's gonna make him take even longer to come online with that Devos and really start swinging. So it's, you know, it's unfortunately sometimes feels like prolonging the inevitable. And it's yeah, I don't know. I always feel mixed about it because it's I go it sometimes and other times I don't. But look at this.
Wow. Look at that damage. Tech just not care on this Erlang Shen, just able to dive so efficiently. The heal and the ults coming in clutch so many times as well.
He's got that Nemean finish. Hopefully he can mitigate a little bit more, but at this point, the Ickful alone and now going into an Executioner, it looks like it's going to be more than enough to just shred right through him.
Yeah, the defense rush isn't going to be as effective because, as you said, the Executioner is coming and he's lost that window now where you have defense and the opponent doesn't have pen. So I think it's a rough game for Bomber. He really needs to play a lot more defensive. But it's so hard at this point because Erlang Shen is so ahead and he's so good at diving. He will just run under your tower and kill you, and there's not a lot you can do about it.
Yeah, I think so much of that is helped along by the fact that he can go Bracer, and against an ADC that doesn't have the accessibility of anti-heal, you know, that easily in his builds this early, because it's kind of just a static hunter build that you have to go there with little variations. And if you were to go with something like a Beast Stick, it really disrupted at this point. Oh, look at this. He's going to take this down so quickly.
Wow.
But yeah, so this Bracer change will be, you know, it'll be something for Erlang Shen that's coming up in the next patch. I'm very excited for it. I know many of you are very excited for it. Bracer has been just so monstrous and so controlling. Just such a relic that you can pick up on pretty much anybody and do, you know, infinitely better on. And then there's some gods that just dominate way too hard with it, you know. So I'm very pumped for that change. I cannot wait for it to come through.
Agreed. I really dislike playing against Bracer myself.
Yeah, just the concept of it. I mean, it's such a silly item.
Oh my god. At this point, Bomber just cannot fight. His best hope is to just keep his distance at all times and just farm at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't want to let the Phoenix go, but he can't get anywhere near. And it's not even that Bomber's having a bad game here. Like, I've had games like these against her. Like, with my Apollo, one of them, actually, I lost to that guy. He's a pretty prominent player, YouTuber, that I actually don't remember the name of. Somebody's going to tell me in chat, and I'm going to say it, because I want to give him a shout-out, because the dude was really good. He ended the game at, like, 14 minutes against my Apollo, and almost the exact same fashion as Tech is doing right now. It's just Erlang is so strong. If you let him get that first blood and you don't have a solid game plan that works out for you, if just one small factor goes out of play for you, you can just end up absolutely demolished by this guy.
He's a very, very snowbally god, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. I would have liked to see instead of the second relic that Bomber's picked up, he's gone for that Shield of Thorns. I would have liked to see a more defensive relic be put in place now. I feel like at this point, how much damage is he really reflecting, which is going to have much of an impact in these fights. Tech is just too far ahead. I would have maybe liked to see a horrific emblem. I think that could really be effective, especially because Tech doesn't have a sprint. And he has no slow immunity in his kit, so just having that slow just to keep him away, keep him out of that auto attack range could be really effective here, but I think at this point, a little too late.
I know, yeah. I was actually thinking the opposite. Either way, I think it could even be sprint his pickup. You know, he could either go for slowing Tech to get away or speeding himself up with that sprint as well. Yeah, he definitely needed one out of those two, in my opinion, to try to get out of this position that he's in right now. Because, as you said, Thorns is not, Thorns is a boxing item that's going to help you box back into a fight, and you're not going to find that in this kind of scenario where you're down over 2,000 gold against a warrior such as Erlang Shen.
For sure. I do like the shield pickup by Tech though. It's perfect against any ADC. Really good premier item, active against ADCs. Just able to pop the shield and just run at them, and there's not much an ADC can do. They have to run away or stun them out. just cannot auto attack into your warrior whilst he's got Shield of Thorns on you.
Yeah, and once the jump is expended, I mean, you're kind of in a you're in a jam at the point when an Erlang Shen pops that shield, and all you have left. You might even go for the kill here. No, it looks like Tech's like getting, you know, he's getting confident. He's feeling this lead a lot. He's looking for some silly stuff. Let's see if Bomber might be able to make a turnaround here, but he's just used his ultimate. There's not much clear on his side anymore. Tech's still actually turning around, saying, you know what, he's gonna actually start playing it safe after that. No, okay, I was gonna say, it was a bit of a... Didn't look like what he was looking for. He looks like he wants to fight.
This is a perfect opportunity for Bomber to fight. I think this is one of the best chances.
Yeah, I think it might be his only one.
He cannot let it.
He missed though.
Oh no.
Or did he? Did he just not have the? Oh,
he didn't have the mark.
This is not looking good. Yeah, just didn't have the mark. Oh, but he does take him down, and the Phoenix comes up, and the Phoenix is probably. No, you know what? This is the perfect position when you die, but the Phoenixes are split up between the Titan and the Phoenix. The Phoenixes. The minions are split up between the Titan and the Phoenix, so that way your Phoenix actually doesn't go down yet. However, one more wave of fire creeps coming in anyway. They will probably still be able to take it. I don't know. There's creeps coming. Nah, it's tough. Maz, what do you think?
I think this Phoenix is going down, and it's incredibly unfortunate, but it still raises a glimmer of hope.
He's almost up. Oh, look, he's coming. See?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got the real lucky timing. Like, that's the luckiest thing you can get.
Yeah, agreed. That was crazy luck. So Bomber's gone into a Toxic Blade as well.
Yeah, I love it.
Like that. But I like it in the way that it's anti-heal into a lot of healing Erlang Shen provides, but at the same time, he needs damage. Like, he needs more damage, I feel like.
It's the problem. Like, he either has to build more damage here or anti-heal, and he can only get, you know, one or the other at this point. But because Erlang Shen, if he doesn't go anti-heal here and he goes more damage, he's only going to be healing, you know, he's just going to be, it'll be more burst, but then Erlang Shen's just going to heal it up anyway. So it is quite a bind that he finds himself in. I think either way would be a fine build path in this position. But yeah, like you said, it's kind of conflicting because there's no right way really. Either, I don't know. You could debate that the more power would hopefully catch like Tech off guard and give him more of an option than the straight boxing potentially to try to get rid of the healing would. But yeah, I definitely see the method behind it.
Oh, it's expended. Shield of Thorns used, but just blown up. Tech is too far ahead on this Erlang Shen, and you did see that the heal he received there was a lot significant lower than previously due to that Toxic Blade, but as we saw, it just didn't matter. It's just not enough damage. Too much damage from Tech, not enough damage from Bomber.
Yeah, unfortunately, too little, too late was the counterplay out of Bomber. Tried to make something happen, but you know, there's really not much of an opportunity after Tech took the game in his hands and ran with it. I remembered the name of the guy, by the way, that beat me in a similar fashion with Erlang Shen in Smite Apollo. It was Smagen. I still don't know how to pronounce his name, but that dude was pretty crazy. And yeah, it's very. You know, it's very overwhelming when somebody is just throwing that Erlang Shen in your face and just exploiting it in such a way that it feels unbeatable. But you got to try to stick it out and try to find opportunities. Bomber almost did, but I feel like he didn't optimize his stuns enough, right, Maz? Like to try for the disengage. He almost never had the 2 and the 1 up in the right positions to try to get that disengage off. Always had one, but not the other.
You need to be stunning him out when he's aggressing on you and saving your jump until he commits on you. That's when you need to be saving your jump. You need to be using your ult more defensively, I feel, as well. When the Erlang Shen is diving you can really just place that ult down, do a lot of damage back to him. But yeah, just the way he used his abilities, he needs to use them more defensively and not so willy-nilly.
Yeah, like the ults to try to take those buffs. I think, yeah, if he had saved a couple more of those, and for better positions, it's shit.
But regardless, good game, and Tech showing this. Erlang Shen, definitely a strong card.
GG. Alright, no, you can play your round 2, of course, always.